Yeah.
This meeting is being recorded.
All right. Well, welcome everyone to Well-Being Wednesday on July 17th. I can't believe we're over the halfway mark of the month yet, this month. I mean, really, I had so many plans for July.
Sense. And you're doing the one.
And now it's the 17th. I'm like, do over.
Yeah, right.
But anyway, so welcome everyone. Rebecca, we have, and Elaine. Rebecca's our only guest right now. I was thinking there'd be a couple more, so we'll probably have some latecomers as always, but glad to have you. We're talking hydration today. We're talking about the life book. We've got the walking challenge, so let's get hopping into it and see what the wins of the week are, where we're falling short, and where we need to walk ourselves through what's happened, what needs to happen, what's missing, and what's next, right? So we can always get better and do better. I just want to start by reminding everybody that couple announcements. I don't have the PowerPoint up today, but congratulations. Give yourself a nice big round of applause for being here, showing up, caring enough, right, to share about your health. And let's just kind of relax just give it 60 seconds. Carrie, do you want to just get us to kind of grounded and centered for 60 seconds? And then we'll go into this. Let's everybody take a few deep breaths and calm our Amy's down.
Yes, Amy the amygdala. Has she been running the show? Well, it's time for you to take control. So deep breath in the belly. Fill the chest. And long exhale out. Oh, doesn't that just feel good? Do a couple stretches. Shake your arms just down on your side. You want to do arms up over the head. I like to do the 360 and gives them a little twist on the back, a little rock side to side, front and back on your chair, kind of loosens the hips a little bit. Another deep breath in the belly, in the chest, and long exhale. And congratulations, you have just reset your nervous system. You are now in parasympathetic.
I have a question. You breathe in, you go all the way to the belly, all the way up to the chest. When you breathe out, do you start at the chest and go down to the belly, or do you start at the belly and go up?
I notice it in the upper first, emptying, and then even if you just lean forward a little bit, Betty, when you're exhaling, hands on your belly, and you can just like push it all out. We want a full intake, in with the good, out with the bad.
Yeah. And
good question.
If out is bigger and longer, it will slow things down. If in is bigger and longer, it'll speed things up, because carbon dioxide stresses Amy out. She thinks you're gonna die. So does that make sense? So if you want more energy and you want to ramp up, make the in breath longer than the out breath. Does that make sense? So yeah, but for our purposes, we want to slow it down, like, talk to the brain. But the breath control, the breath is amazing, guys. You can control your energy levels, and I tend to get in raise your hand if you get in go mode and then you don't stop. Like Carrie's opposite. She has no mode, and then I have go mode, right? But this is really
I'm in energy saving mode. Saving mode.
She has no go and I have only go. So yeah, anyway, it's funny. But yeah, so that's a good way to get yourself to slow it down. All right, so let's just talk about kind of what's going on, get that all out of the way, and then let's get into how's our week and wins and triumphs and skin knees. Walking challenge.
I want to say thanks to Sharon for posting every day on the walking challenge, and Kathy and Deb in there. So I missed today. What's the goal for today, Sharon? Oh, go ahead with the mic.
She's on. Yeah.
30 minutes.
Oh, here comes Roxy. Yeah.
I think any walk 30 minutes.
EMOC 30 minutes and be thinking about what be thinking about what makes you happy. Or no, that was yesterday. How to create your life. Be thinking about how you want to create your life. That was the tip for the day. I think that yeah, so that's been going well. Thank you for participating. Thank you for posting. Kathy, I just shared your hour-long interval training on the treadmill inside of Iowa's heat. That was fantastic. Bravo, bravo, bravo. I mean, she's 70, guys, and I don't think I could have done interval training for an hour, and right?
Well, I couldn't have done it with my additional weight on, but now I was able to. So
yeah, that's yeah, fantastic.
Oh,
And
I wanted to share my win related to that.
Yes.
Challenge. My challenge is to read my daily text every day, and I've done that. But I thought of a new thing for my breathing exercises. You know those little things you blow in, and you at the hospital, and you supposed to hold. I had one, can't find it. I think we gave it to somebody. Oh, and he had a stroke. Anyway, I don't want it back. I found balloons in my house. So every day, and when I get up in the morning, when I get up from my nap, when I lay down, I'm gonna blow up the balloon and see how much I can get in one, slow and steady. So that's my lung exercise. That's my workout, girls.
And
that's how far I am.
And you're doing your scripture.
And I showered this week.
Scripture and shower. That's good. Scripture day
and from the codependency no more words of wisdom for the day.
Oh, language of letting go, codependency, letting go. That is amazing. Y'all need it, whether you think you're codependent or not. Every single one of you are, I'm sure of it. So
anyway, good words of wisdom.
Get the book.
So yes, I am on track.
Good. That's fantastic. And so everybody else, I'm doing core for my challenge for the month, not following the walking expressly, but needless to say, with my dad in the hospital, I've done half the days. I started out strong and that kind of blew it out, but I'm back on today.
Good.
That is not bad.
How about you, Betty? Any walking wins?
I've done my shoulder on the bike, the shoulder bike. My goal was 12 minutes for the whole month. And a few days ago, I just started doing 13. And so now I'm doing 13. So I've added a minute. So that part is very good. I added the serenity prayer before each fueling, and I remember that almost every time. And then otherwise I remember it halfway through. With a mouthful, I have to say, "Oops, excuse me, Lord, I'm going to say the serenity prayer."
I need to do that one. I do.
Yeah,
it really helps to kind of to ground me. And I had the most. Or are we just talking about this? Because I had a wonderful week.
That's okay. Go ahead. Go for it.
Well, after I talked to Dr. Michelle on Wednesdays after this, so boy, I get everything on Wednesdays, and then but it's wonderful. And she really gave me a good pep talk, and she pushed me out of my comfort zone, and she laughed and said, I pushed you out of your comfort zone, didn't I? And I said, yes, you did. But I've had the most fantastic. I have concentrated on my food. I have not had a binge all week. I've lost 4.5 pounds, gone down almost a pound a day. I am within 0.6 of my going into the hospital thing because since I came home, my food's just been bouncing all over. Plus, I maintained the walking, the serenity prayer, and I'm closer to Carrie in that pause mode and but my goal is moderation, and my word is moderation. My goal is follow through, and so I've been working on following through. Do a little step and follow it through, not the whole thing, just a little step and follow it through. So good week, wonderful, wonderful week, best week really in a long time, really.
Wow, that is fantastic. That is fantastic. Bravo.
That's awesome, Betty.
Yes,
And I
I'm
love it that
happy.
you have your increment just add 1 minute. See, that's so reasonable. I'm glad
Yeah.
someone's here at my speed. Thank you.
I'm glad you're at my speed.
Betty, you're going faster than Carrie at this point.
Oh, actually, yes.
That's wonderful.
I'm doing 0 to 60 next year. That's how fast I'm going.
If we don't laugh, we will cry, but we laugh together, right?
Yes, we do. We
not,
do.
We're not judging. We're just, we're just in we all get it. Okay, so Roxy, I'm glad you're here. Margo's back. Yay! She's
Yay,
here.
Margo's here.
Okay, and then yeah, I know Deb will be back. She says hello. And she's on volunteer work, and Sandy's with her daughter today. And I wanted to let you know Mary Gomat. Do you remember Mary Gomat, our mountain climber Mary?
Yeah, hiker Mary.
Yeah, she has been gone and absent for all kinds of reasons, but she's yada yada. I won't go into it, but I've been in contact with her, of course, in communication, and she's going to be back. She's going to do another mountain, but she's going to be back in August with our group, I think. So her schedule's changing. So she's looking forward to it and says hello. So I wanted to make sure to not forget to do that. And she yeah, what was I gonna tell you? She's rejoining us. She's doing something. I can't remember. She started running. That was it. She started running. She's running.
Climbing mountains wasn't enough.
She's running for and she can run for 10 minutes, guys. And she's
And how old is Mary? She always tells us 70 something, right?
She's never done this in her entire life. And so she's running for 10 minutes at a time. So I just want to share that with you and celebrate with Mary if she watches this recording. We're looking forward to having her back.
Yay, Mary.
Yay. Yay. Anybody else walking wins? Obviously you have them, your post with the hour, Kathy was huge. Do you have a walking win, Rebecca? Are you on any kind? Do you want to join our walking challenge, or do you have a movement challenge, Margo and Roxy?
She's looking for the
share?
I've been doing mine with my pedibike, and I need to get on and start logging it because in the beginning, I wasn't thinking about that. I was thinking about literally getting out and walking all the time.
Right.
And I do my pedibike pretty much at least 5, if not 7 days a week.
Awesome. Good
and
job.
I thought, why don't I should be logging the time that I'm doing it.
Good job.
Yes,
Absolutely.
yes.
Absolutely. Yes. How about you, Kathy? You're killing your goals for movement.
Yeah.
Rebecca, you can share if you can. Yep.
Yes.
Okay. You're on track. Good.
I'm on track.
Awesome. Do you have a movement goal, Rebecca, or do you want to start walking with us? You don't have to share if you don't want to. You're on mute though.
Okay, here, I'm going to put the note up if you want to unmute.
Okay, there. I'm
she
sorry.
goes.
I don't do well on my phone at all. I actually do have walking goals because I had foot surgery, so I'm actually just getting back to walking.
Okay, cool. Cool.
So I did go for a walk on Monday.
Well, that's great. Surgery is hard. It always,
Right.
raise your hand if you've had one of those, right? It's hard to rebound but one day at a time. Carrie, you can send her the link for the formal challenge if she was interested. But otherwise,
Yeah, and it was foot surgery, wasn't it, Rebecca?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's not easy.
Oh my
That's
goodness.
not easy, but you can do some sort of movement, it doesn't really have to be walking, just some sort of movement.
And if Sandy were here, she would remind us, chair Pilates and stretches and
all that stuff.
Up and down.
Yeah,
every 20
absolutely.
minutes.
Jane Ann, she's here. Woohoo! Glad Jane Ann is here. We'd love to see you on camera sometime. Okay, so keep playing full out. Don't forget to post your day. If you actually comment or post a selfie, you're gonna win prizes, and they do give away cash prizes, and it's for real. They do. They don't just say they do. They do. And so
Yeah, because Roxy had two winners on her Spanish team.
Yeah. So that's really cool. So we love it. We love our players. So play as much as you can. And I was wondering if you guys wanted to try to do that Zoom walk, just kind of join in on a Zoom if we're walking. If it would it be, is a weekend good for weekends good, or is that not good for people? Like in the morning, like maybe the last week. I don't know when Roxy, tell us when your walks are, but I know she's going to try to do a 5K with her folks, but
yeah, can you plan a live walk, Roxy?
Hi, yeah.
Are you already planning one we could tag on to?
Yeah,
or
we could just walk with Roxy.
It's the last week, but no, I don't have a plan right now. I have to think.
Okay. Something in the
So
last
what
week.
what day would be good for you to go on your walk and do your live Facebook, and other friends can connect to your live?
That'd be good on Saturday, but one of my girls couldn't make it, but I think she can now. So she told me time now, but I think I can make planning for Saturday.
Maybe like Saturday the 27th, maybe? Is that what you're thinking?
Or this Saturday?
No, I have to be at the end.
Like
so
Saturday, the last Saturday is the 27th, so
22nd, yeah, then we have to go maybe first or two. I mean, the next Saturday.
Oh, okay. So August then, August the 2nd.
Yeah, it has to be like when we really are done to celebrate.
Oh, your grand finale.
Oh, okay. When you're done. Okay. Well, I might do one then on a Saturday or Sunday morning. Is Saturday better for people or Sunday on like the last weekend? What would you prefer?
I prefer Saturday.
Saturday.
Can we do
Saturday.
it? Can we do
like
it like
midday?
What time of day?
What time, Kathy?
Early,
early.
Early, I'd say.
Yeah, because of the heat, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm thinking no later than 8 is what I'm thinking.
8 would be the latest, I would say, yeah.
So 8 Central, 9 Michigan, Roxy.
Yeah, or 7.
That'll be 6, Rebecca.
You know me, I'm game for 5 a.m., but I don't know if you guys.
You're on your own for that.
Pushing it, Amy.
Please feel free.
Yeah, we'll catch up.
Would anyone do 7?
Sharon's going to catch up.
8.
Sharon said
7 or 8. 7 or 8.
7 or 8. Okay.
We can compromise and do 7:30.
Okay. That's what I was just gonna say. Kathy's leaning in. Same thought.
Right. 7:30. All right. Let's pencil that in, and I'll see if we have anybody show up on the 27th at 7:30. All right. Let's do it. Let's just do it. Whoever shows up, shows up. I'll get Coach Carrie to come. I bet she will. I hope she will.
Will it be on this Zoom here?
Yeah, let's just do it on this Zoom. Yeah.
Well, good, because then I could just walk here in the room, or maybe
absolutely. That would be great.
Yes. That's what I'm doing. I'm walking through my woods here, Betty.
That would be great. You guys
I'm gonna put that on my calendar.
You guys fake walk, and we'll just do whatever you want to do.
I don't know if I'm gonna be up that early, but
marching marching in place is good. The 27th.
It's called waking up for me.
Yes. Well, I'll do my little pedal bike.
Do your pedal bike and march in place.
Go.
I can do my.
This is going to be an absolute stitch. All right, so that's good. I'm glad to talk to you guys about this. All right.
So which Saturday? This Saturday or next?
Let's do the 27th. Let's have it be kind of more of a.
Okay.
Yeah.
At the end.
Yeah, at the end, kind of thing. And then if Roxy gets her 5K together, we'll have something to push into August, which will be fun. Yeah, that'll be fun, because who knows what we'll come up with next. I don't know what's happening next. Be thinking about your halftime score. I talked to somebody today who said they were a 5 of 10 for 2024. So, and we figured out how to up her ante to, end up at 8 or 9 at the end of the year. So be thinking about your halftime score. What's it going to take you to get from where you are at the end to feel really good about sliding into 2025? I know it's in advance, but it's like, Christmas in July. We got to think ahead. So make sure you're thinking about your halftime score. And then, hey, I keep forgetting to mention this, so I have a note of it today. If you didn't write your thank you letter to yourself, don't forget the thank you letter to yourself. I know some of you have, some of you are work in progress, so that's a little reminder. if you have anyone who has Alzheimer's in their family, Alzheimer's, dementia, I've got
a little bit, yeah.
Okay, I've got a really great resource about brain inflammation, type 3 diabetes. Alzheimer's, they're calling type 3 diabetes. So I've got a great webinar on brain health and brain. It's really brain inflammation is what it is. And guess what it goes back to, Sharon? Sugar. That sugar. So beware. I've got a great webinar. And then of course, all the people, I can't tell you how many people I've talked to are on Wegovy and all these drugs. Please, 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 you know, let them know we've got extra advanced. Margo, Sharon, and I think Roxy even, we've all got advanced training support in this, you know, weight loss medication thing. So
Yeah.
we really want to make sure to get people with the amino acids and the protein powder. So don't let people not know that they're in peril of cannibalizing themselves, which is it's kind of raw, but it's totally real. Yeah. And so that's something I just wanted to mention. And if you saw my little post about my bioenergetic little gadget here, this is called a Healy, and it's like biofeedback. It's an energetic healer thing. I just got this. I'm totally psyched. It's overwhelming, but I'll let you know how this goes because it's a nervous system rebalancing thing and it's a cellular health thing. And I don't know what I'm doing with it, but if you saw it on the post, it's amazing. So more on that later. I'm always into something new. So Kathy, let's talk about water. Habits of Health. I did a live this morning, and do you guys remember that this book says The Habits of Health, the path to permanent weight control, optimal health and well-being. It does not say the key to weight loss. It does not say, right? It says the path to permanent weight control, optimal health and well-being. That is, I just want to remind you. Kathy, what did you get out of Monday? What's your life book share for us today? Because I had some aha moments after element 10 was discussed on Monday. What did you get?
I got a couple things out of it. That ice cold water burns more calories. I didn't know that. And I do like ice cold water, so I'm glad. I know some people, you know, prefer room temperature, but ice cold actually helps you burn more calories.
Yes.
I thought they had some good tips to the chug it, lug it, or mug it. And I do lug it. I lug mine everywhere. But I like the one hint that the one gal had where she fills up her water bottles in the morning for the total amount of ounces that she wants to drink. And then she drinks that. And she said, you know, instead of the 64 ounces, another good measurement is taking your weight and divide it by half. And that should be how many ounces of water you should drink. And then of course the tips on, you know, drinking the herbal tea, and then, you know, you can't put flavor enhancers, but the bottom line is water is the best. No calories. It, you know, it does the most good for our bodies.
Yes. Yes. Anyone else get that? Those are great tips. Did you actually look in the book too at all, Kathy, to see?
I did. Yeah, I did. I mean, and it pretty much everything they said, you know, kind of was a repeat in the book.
Yeah. Here's one thing I grabbed from
element
the book.
10.
Yeah, element 10. The one thing I grabbed from the book, Kathy, I don't know if you saw page 208. You know, coffee and tea are not diuretics. Say what?
Yeah, I know.
I always heard that, right? Did you hear that? You have to drink twice as much water for every cup of coffee. Well, it expressly says in here, coffee and tea are not diuretics. It is, Dr. Anderson says, it turns out that this idea dates back to a 1928 study that wasn't even exactly very rigorous, and it was not rigorous in its research. Nonetheless, the results spread like wildfire, and ever since, caffeine has been considered a diuretic. But now a recent study finds that coffee and caffeine and other drinks won't in fact cause dehydration. Say hello to Dr. A. Telling me what? I never read that. Never read that. That is a new highlight. That's a new highlight. I had no idea. So I love the fact that I now know it was a 1928 study that was done very poorly. So I can stop thinking that. It's really something. I've been a doctor all this time and I never really knew that. So I love that part. Page 208, spread like wildfire. Nonetheless, these results spread like wildfire. What spreads like wildfire? All kinds of false news, right?
Yes.
And the other thing is that the cholesterol studies, yes, guess what? Same thing. The cholesterol drugs don't prevent heart attacks, folks. The studies never confirmed that they prevent heart attacks. Okay, but why is everyone on them permanently? And I just heard another doctor say to someone, "Oh, well, you'll never get off of this blood pressure med. That's just
wrong.
That's just not a thing, right?"
Wrong.
Yeah.
Margo proved him wrong, didn't you, Margo?
Margo proved you wrong.
How many people do we know? Right? Who've gotten out their cholesterol, their blood pressure, right, Margo? I mean, even diabetes, even insulin, right? It's insane.
Yeah.
So, anyway,
depending on which type of diabetes and all that, but it's so many reversals.
It spreads like wildfire. So that's my little share from that. I appreciate it. So you're
thank you, Amy, for being a doctor that is a anomaly. A doctor that keeps learning. What?
I'm in the know. So Kathy is a lugger. Raise your hand if you're a lugger. Are you a chugger, a lugger, or a mugger?
Well, okay, I need definitions. A chugger, I know.
Chugger is
and a chugger.
And a lugger.
A lugger and a chugger. Lugger is out of a glass. A chugger is out of a water bottle, and a lugger. No, a lugger is around a water bottle.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I always lug my bottle with me wherever I go. See, I had this specialty made by my friends because I have to carry my bottle. I cannot go out the front door without my water bottle.
So, and a chugger is a glass, right?
Yeah. But you chug it. You chug the water.
Yeah, but I sip. I like glasses, whatever shape, form it comes in, but I sip. I'm a sipper.
Yeah. And the last one was mugger.
A mugger. People have those big mugs, you know.
Yeah. That's
I'm all three. It depends on where I'm at and what I'm doing. So
right.
So I'm a 3-time winner.
As long as you have it. As long as you have your water.
That's right. That's right. Yes.
So what's your cue? What's your cue, Sharon, to drink all your water? What's your strategy to drink all your water?
Well, I measure it out every day.
Mm-hmm.
I have it's like a water dispenser. So I measure out at least 64 ounces every day. Actually, it's fuller than that. But and then I use from that. So I have a water bottle, that I constantly have with me.
Great. And then by the end of the day, that big thing is empty. Mm-hmm. Okay, cool. What about you, Kathy? How do you cue yourself?
Yeah, I fill a pitcher with 64 ounces and then I just keep filling my little mug thing.
Okay.
Mugger.
What cues you to fill it? Do you have a timing to it or just whenever you get it done? I mean, how do you time it?
Yeah, I really don't time it because I drink a lot of it. So I don't, I finish it every day.
What about you, Carrie? Do you have a timing?
Get up in the morning, go to the bathroom, then I do my supplements. And my husband says, good thing you take supplements or you'd never drink water. Now I like water. And my thing is, I love the tip that keep your water jug, whatever, bottle, glass in your dominant hand, in your hand or near. So I always have it on the right side of my workstation.
I agree.
I'm right-handed. So it's like, you're going to grab it. You're going to use it.
I agree.
My other thing is, I probably need to work on the amounts because I don't know if I do 64, but does chicken soup count as water?
No.
And even if it's just boiled from a real chicken? Anyway, I got my bone broth today.
No.
And my water. You see, I got both. But I am one of the few weird people that I just love water. Water, just like it is. But I do put essential oils and I do electrolytes that are flavor things that are non-caloric, non-sugar, non-fake sugar.
Non-aspartame.
Pure element. Yeah. And so I have when I go, a glass water bottle, and then I can put essential oils in it because you don't put essential oils if you have plastic.
That's really essential oils are actually good. I forgot about that. Thank you for the reminder.
Okay.
They are
Yeah,
really
lemon, peppermint, they're my favorite for in water.
good. Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
one drop.
Another thing is we have 6 fuelings a day. So I try to do 8 ounces, 6 to 8 ounces before I start eating.
Before, okay.
And so,
That's a good cue.
because I've got the 6 fuelings, and so I try to I pour it out in the morning. I've got 2 mugs that from the hospital, you know, that have the measurement on them, and so I fill those up, and then Gene gets up and he takes them over and puts ice in them for me every day. Isn't that sweet? And so I do have
That's
ice
sweet.
water part of the time. And then I try to make 1 tea and one of the thing the thing we make up from what is it? Is it amino acids?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I do. So morning one, my first one in the morning is that one. That's 8 ounces there. And I make it up the night before. So it's really, really cold. It has to be very cold to kind of get it.
Yeah, because it's the colder the better with the amino acids. And
Yeah.
A lot of people say that. Yeah.
And so I've had to do it that way. Otherwise I go right around and don't do it. But I so every meal, and I might have a tea. I just put the 2 tea bags in with the water and put it in the refrigerator.
Bravo.
I call it sun tea, even though it's
refrigerator sun.
Yeah, whatever's in the refrigerator. And then at one of the meals I'll have that just for a variety.
I am so impressed.
So
honestly, Betty, that's amazing.
I am so impressed.
Otherwise you go sip sip. Okay, that's enough.
That's me. I'm a sipper.
We all need a cue, and I love that she put the cue with the eating. The cue is the eating, so I got to drink first, and that's the cue. That is beyond brilliant, Betty. You're a great role model. I love it.
Thank you.
What about you,
for Betty?
What about you, Margo or Rebecca?
I am not a good water drinker, and so I had to find ways to get myself to drink water regularly. And one of the things is, to me, water is boring. So I know I've said this before, I add fresh lemon juice to my water bottle all the time. Or I have 2 bottles that are infusers, and I do a lot with infusing with either fresh fruit or mint and cucumber or something like that. And that gives it just a great amount of flavor. But the other thing that I do is I had
So wait. You have a mug that has an infuser in it. Is that right?
Right.
Okay.
Right. Okay. And I get 2 of them ready every night that go into the refrigerator.
Yeah.
But what I did change is I had gotten the mugs that had all the markings on it of where you're at. And it's like I'd be drinking during the day going, oh my God, I have that much more water to drink.
Yeah, right.
So I went to a solid mug, and it's like a tanker, but I can't see what's in it.
So you're a mugger.
I just keep drinking, and I just keep drinking, and I don't think about it then. It's just there. And all of a sudden I go, oh my gosh, it's empty. I got to go get the other one.
You're so cute, Margo. I go, oh, look, I only have this much left. And you're so cute. You go.
She's like, oh, no, I have to drink all of that.
Yeah. Hey, it is what it is. And then
drinking water should not be a punishment or a chore.
Right.
When I go out and about, I have water bottles like this that I take with me everywhere.
Yeah, take water.
But from Monday night, the thing that hit me and really changed my mindset is, we always hear about if you don't eat right, if you don't keep your metabolism going, your body cannibalizes itself.
Mm-hmm.
Well, when they referred that to your water redoing itself and becoming dirty water that your body is processing. If you're not continuously flushing it out, all of a sudden, man, I do not want dirty water in my body. I got enough stuff going on.
I did not get that. I
Oh,
did
yeah.
not.
The dirty
not
water part, that got to me too.
rehydrating, then your body has to reproduce to keep the fluid in the body, and it becomes dirty water.
Shut up. That is awesome. I cannot. That's why we need each other, because we don't hear everything.
Yeah, it blew me. That, and I, as a diabetic, and even though I'm not on medication, I always consider myself diabetic. I am so glad that they have finally come out and publicly stating that Alzheimer's and dementia come from too much sugar in the system.
Yes, yes.
Diabetes type 3.
They're calling it type 3. That is wonderful, because it's going to create a lot more awareness, because a lot of diabetics don't think in terms of moving into Alzheimer's or dementia. They just think in terms.
Margo, your little golden drops, right? They're going to keep keeping your inflammation in that brain down.
But the big thing was the dirty water. That just blew my mind.
That is.
I never heard that before either.
That's incredible. And it makes perfect sense, because if your pee is all dark, right, then you're really
yes, that's true.
Yeah,
that's true.
Yeah, that's not good. Even if it's dark yellow, not good.
Or if it's cloudy, it could be light but
Ooh.
cloudy. Yeah. It should
What
be
about
coming
you,
up.
Rebecca? Are you
Flush
a
it
good
out.
water drinker? You a good water drinker, girl?
Yeah. I'm kind of a lugger and a chugger.
Okay.
I use mason jar, those big mason jars, as my cups. So I just fill up. It's 2 of those in the morning and set them on my counter, so I know that I've drinking. And I drink mint tea and all. I have pretty severely strict diet, so.
Okay, good. So you got a plan. You got a plan, and you're working your plan. That's good. That's good. My water plan daily. First of all, I beat you all in terms of preparation, because I actually prep 5 days of water in advance, or 6 days in advance. So
who does that?
Who does that?
I do.
There's room for that.
I have a whole cupboard.
Thank you, Sharon.
I have a whole cupboard of water bottles. I fill them all up in the
does.
morning, and I put them in the fridge in the garage, and then in my kitchen fridge, so that they're all ready, you guys, seriously. And then every day I do one. My cue is I have 3 water bottles, and I have to have. And they're big. And they're 90. This is 33 ounces, so I do 90, almost 100 ounces, right? So my cue is when I get out of bed, I have my first cup or 2, right? Sharon, that's that tip. Like, that's the first thing in the morning I do is a couple cups of water. Get that down. But by the time I eat my first fueling, or by the time I have my 9 o'clock fueling, I have to have this down in order to eat. And then by the time I have my noon fueling, I have to have another one down before I eat. And then another one before 3. Well, I actually don't do it before 3. I do it before dinner, like by 4 o'clock, or else I'm peeing too late, right? So I do it like on a clock, like you do, Betty, like before. So my 9 fueling, my noon fueling, and my 3 fueling, and then I gotta have that. So before I eat, and that really works for me. It's worked for a long time, so it's really easy, no brainer.
Yeah.
So that's what.
And something you just said, another good cue, the first thing in the morning. Yeah. Because breakfast, you're breaking your fast, meaning while you're sleeping, you're dehydrated. So you are dehydrated every morning. So water first thing in the morning is always good.
Because then you're going to eat less too. When you hydrate in the morning, you're going to be less hungry when you do eat. Like I eat at 6 a.m., 9, 12, 3, and then
start flushing out that dirty water first thing in the morning.
Exactly. So I follow the clock at 6, 3, 9, 12, 3, 6, whatever. Anyway, But so that's what I do. And then I do tea. I prep it in advance. I put it all hot from my Keurig, and I have a different variety
Oh
of
yeah,
tea.
the Keurig.
And
Yeah.
then I make them in advance, put them in the fridge, and then they're just, after they've steeped, I sit them in there and I can have them nice and cold. And I actually put pre-filled water bottles with ice in the summer in the freezer so that I can just put my tea right on top of it. So that's another prep thing that I do too. So
You really are the food prep queen, aren't you?
Yeah, that's
Oh,
Yes.
I was just food. I didn't realize this
know.
was so big procedure for water.
Seriously, it's gotta happen. And I have my tea as extra. So like Betty, like it's my treat, right? My different
Yeah.
flavors of tea. So yeah, I plan that. Or that is a rock, man. That never does not happen ever, ever. That's just gotta happen. I feel like I'm an astronaut. If I miss my water, I am completely out to lunch. My brain does not function.
I believe it. Well, I take thyroid so first thing in the morning, I have the thyroid, and then I have half a glass of water right there.
Yeah.
And so that starts me off right away, because I cannot even think about eating until I've had the half hour to an hour after the thyroid. So
yeah. And by the way, in terms of brain inflammation, green tea has got some good anti-inflammatory stuff in it for brain, inflammation.
yeah, but green tea is bleh.
I know. I don't like green tea either.
All tea is bleh.
I like
okay.
I
Grandpa's
don't know.
hand
I like
out.
green tea.
I like herbal teas with different flavors are my
Green tea was good in China. Why isn't it good here?
It's good.
I need to get back.
It is. You go to a Chinese restaurant and you have their green tea, and it is delicious.
It's good for you.
And I have my green tea, and it is blech.
I know.
Isn't that funny though? I do want to like teas better. I'm gonna try again. I got some zinger teas stashed away.
Yeah. Get lemon zinger, ginger, lemon ginger.
Lemon ginger is one of my favorites.
Yeah. Bengal spice is by Celestial.
Yeah, the Bengal spice
like
and the cinnamon spice. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a chai.
And I just recently learned that chamomile and ginger, those two teas, are very healthy for you.
Yes.
Yes.
And turmeric. My daughter takes she drinks turmeric because she needs the turmeric.
Yeah. And this is actually liquid turmeric, that little golden drop I was talking to you about. We can
talk about that later.
It's liquid. But anyway, so all right, so we killed the water. I don't know if Roxy wants to share how she does water, but you guys, we're killing it. We're killing it. We're doing a good job. Jane, if you're able to share, or Elaine, you're welcome to share. So lots of health benefits for every cell, tissue, and organ in the body. Let's see, what else? Any other wins of the week or things anyone's struggling with that you'd like some help with before? Let's see, it's 10:02. Think about what you guys, if there's anything you need help with or anything you're struggling. Anyone written there? Thank you. Oh, and before I forget, Commit to Health is back through the end of the month. Commit to Health, that means that $75 discount on top of the $115 for newbies, and free shipping, and on all the kits. So the kits range from $150 to $350, and they're less than $2 per pop. So anybody you know who is thinking of, hey, I could use some amino acids, I don't need to lose weight, but I'm muscle building, that's down to $150. If you have the people who, are thinking about fat, but this is the time to get them off the fence, because there's never anything cheaper, and there's no better nutrient dense food than this for any better price. Nowhere. Like, honestly, it is. Yeah. It's an amazing price for quality nutrition. So just FYI. And that's through the end of the month, or no, I think it's through August 9th, but there's so anyway, anybody else write a thank you letter? Anyone else have anything to say or add or questions?
Dave Blanchard tonight, you got options for his
Health, Hope, and Humor.
I'll put it in the chat. If anyone else been able to catch those.
I've seen them all so far.
Well,
good for you.
Yeah, really encouraging.
They're great.
Yeah,
they're really great.
You can Google Catherine Buxman. She's hilarious and she's great. She's got some great stuff on YouTube.
Yeah.
I have to tell you, I was so blessed and honored being in the hospital every single day last week with my dad, you guys. And this just breaks my heart if I can share for a minute, because Margo, you know this all too well, but his literally had no blood flow to his lower leg. His blood clot was behind the knee. They were able to, he had to lay flat in ICU for several days to clear the clot before they could actually replace the femoral artery, the big artery in your leg that goes from the top to the bottom, guys. I have no idea how they do this. And they have some fake thing that they put, it's not even a real artery, but it's a wire mesh or something. But I got to tell you, it was just beyond profound what they could actually accomplish. That he walked out with 2 feet and didn't lose one leg was beyond amazing. I'm so grateful, and so grateful. It really, I don't know if this is, I've always known this, but it never hit me so hard. 2 things. Number one, you literally can't get into the ER without waiting 6 or 8 hours. You literally then have to wait for another day or 2 to get a bed in the hospital. And people are dying to get in. And when you get in, of course, you're dying to get out, right? And they're dying to push you out and you want to get out. But it's insane. I had no idea the magnitude of the situation, you guys. I mean, I was just inside it for that long. It was just disgusting, and it just fueled my fire, as if I wasn't passionate enough already, right? As if.
Yeah.
I mean, I am just lit. I am lit, and I'm so grateful that we have this, because people are just going down the wrong road, and the Titanic is going down.
Yeah.
And 80% of everybody's on it, except for you guys. We're the smart ones. All right, we're in the dinghies. We're in the dinghies.
Can I share a secret?
So share your healthy lifestyle, guys, because people are dying for it. Literally, yes, Margo.
If, and I hope nobody here has to go to the hospital again for anything. But it was my cardiologist years ago that taught me this. He said, if you have to go to the hospital, he said, you call an ambulance. And because when the ambulance takes you, you go right into emergency.
So my dad knew his leg clotted up again for the second time. He called the ambulance, and get this, Margo, you're exactly right. He knew to call the ambulance because he's waited in that ER for 8 hours before without being triaged. Being triaged, right? If you're not dying immediately, you're not getting seen. But he knew, he said, he called 911. He was literally standing on the curb, waved down the ambulance and said, it's me. I need to get in now because I'm going to lose my leg if you don't get me in that door.
Boss's art.
Can you imagine? Can you even imagine someone standing?
So it's like hailing a taxi. He was hailing the ambulance.
Yeah. And he called 911 back and said, where are they? Why aren't they here yet? He was so,
hurry up.
I was so shocked when I first learned this, and I thought, oh my God, an ambulance. I can't afford an ambulance.
You have to.
You have to. Plus, Macy, the most I've ever been charged for an ambulance trip is $200. Well, $200 to me is nothing compared to sitting 6 or 8 hours in the emergency room.
Yeah, and that could literally cost you your arm or your leg.
Oh, yeah. And not to mention your mental psyche watching everybody else around you who is suffering.
Right.
And with the emergency boy, you are right in, and all of a sudden you've got this team right there. You may stay in the emergency area for a day or so waiting to get a hospital room, but you're there and you're being taken care of 24/7.
Yeah, exactly. Which is not a hardship at that point.
No.
But here's the second thing that I'm eternally grateful for, and that is that I really, really, as if I didn't love coaching already, I'll tell you what, I am so grateful because I got to be in this ICU room talking health and well-being with clients on Wednesday. I got to be on that call with you guys at noon for a while, right?
Yes.
Before
while you're running down the hallway,
while I'm in the hospital, I got to be. I mean, it was amazing. It's amazing to me, and I've always appreciated the flexibility and the you know, the virtualness, and I've always appreciated that, but it just never occurred to me how important that is, because it's such freedom, flexibility, mobility, and I get to fulfill my purpose and passion in life all at the same time. I mean, it's just, my gratitude overflows, honestly. And I'm not in, if I were in this for the money, I wouldn't be doing it, because I made a whole lot more being a chiropractor. But I'm just not, like, and I decided that I'm not going to practice. I'm going to do this because this is what the world needs. And Kathy, to our point this morning, what is my purpose on the planet, right? Kathy's working on her purpose. She's never written a purpose statement. If you want to write one, I'll give you an easy way to do it. But it's, what is your purpose? What's your identity? Really? Is it doctor? Is it lawyer? Is it mom? Is it dad? What is your identity? You have one, and you need to find it and do it, because you know what I'm saying? And I'm just clear that I'm doing what I'm purposed to do, and I just, there's no more joy and fulfillment in it. And so I just want to share that with you guys, and you're all part of that with me. I mean, we have a small group, but I wish there was more. But I love the fact that this, you know, this is making a difference in your lives, and you're out there caring and sharing with everybody else. So I think that we have a ripple effect going here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And
yep, and we keep inviting friends.
Yep. And we thank Rebecca for being here.
It's so nice to come together on Wednesdays. And
I had my 10-year anniversary with my ultrasound for my thyroid cancer too. I haven't posted or shared about this one. I share it with you first, but that was a huge milestone for me, because it's clear, and that was 10 years ago. I can't even believe it. Yay, right? So
wow, yes.
And so that's those milestones.
That's a big deal. 10-year clear.
Yeah, the milestones are important to celebrate, and don't ever underestimate the value of your milestone. It's someone else's, you know, maybe someone else's motivation to do something.
Yeah, so Betty's 1 minute is as good as, you know, your gallon of water.
Yeah, exactly. It doesn't matter. It's someone else's. Yeah,
it's like you don't compare, but each one is good. And did you have any more words of wisdom, Mama Margo?
Yeah,
I do. This seems to be so appropriate for today. You gain strength, courage, and confidence by every experience in which you really stop to look fear in the face. You must do the thing you think you cannot do.
Yes.
Love it. You must.
Yes, very good.
Love it.
Very good.
I've heard that before, but you're right, Margo. We needed that today.
Yes.
How did you know we needed that today?
It just seems to come to me when I'm looking for what I'm going to share. I don't know. Just something about the vibes that get set up in the environment. I don't know.
Yep.
Well, thank you ladies send out good mojo.
Yeah. Yeah. And if you, I have to share this. If you want a good scriptural support to your eating, if you guys like that, there's this, I got to tell you, write down this one. It's a looker upper. It's a looker upper. I know some of you appreciate scriptures. Romans 14:3 is let the one eating not look down on the one not eating, and let the one not eating not judge the one eating. So if you get into a situation where someone's saying no, don't judge them and don't feel judged by them. Do you know what I mean? And then 19 through 21 is because you know it's hard to say no when other people are eating and they're judging me. I don't want to be judged, so I'll just eat what they're eating. You know what I mean? And then 19 through 21, pursue the things making up for peace, build one another. No, that's not it. That's not it. 19 through 21. No. True. All things are. Let's see. Oh, this is the wrong one. Best not to.
You got the first one.
The best not to eat and drink wherever you. It's Corinthians 10:31.
Yeah, there's the link to the 14:3.
Yeah, Corinthians 10:30. That's the one I was thinking about.
What was it? Corinthians what?
10. I think it's 10:31. This is another great one. For those scripture likers here. Whether you are eating or drinking or doing anything else, do all things for God's glory.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good.
So yeah. So Betty, your serenity prayer, right?
Yes, yes.
All
So
things
you're not cramming it in. Yes.
including eating and drinking. So anyways, have a wonderful day, everybody. Stay safe, sane, and be well. Love ya. And we'll see you a Wellbeing Wednesday next week.
Love you
Alrighty.
guys.
Hi,
Bye-bye.
everybody.
Take care.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Next week.